was was a time. I had a time last night. You know what I'm saying? I went down to Madison Square Garden. I went to go link my bro C Life. You know what I'm saying? You know the next one. You know what I mean? So we happy about that. You know what I mean? But overall, I came back home and it was over for me. I was tired. When I tell you I was tired, I'm like, oh, it's over. It is over. But one thing I did do is I wound up waking up hungry per usual. You feel what I'm saying? I wound up waking up hungry per usual. And I'm like, I gotta go get me some breakfast. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy. What up, KC? Welcome in. Appreciate you pulling up to the function. My man KC been pulling up to the function first lately. I've been seeing you, King. Appreciate that. What up, Caitlin? Welcome in. Good morning. Good morning. What's going on, Jolene? Good morning. Good morning. How you feeling? Happy Saturday. Happy weekend. I mean, I am on my way to go get me some breakfast. I figured I'd take this walk with my YouTube family. You know what I'm saying? Go get some breakfast. I had went downtown to Madison Square Garden last night and I went to go link my bro C Life. You know what I'm saying? So me and C Life was down there together. You know what I mean, what's going on, Kaylin? Welcome in. Good morning. Good morning. You know what I mean, the Knicks won, so we happy about that. Let's go, New York. You know what I mean? We're in good spirits. New York is in good spirits. Only thing I ain't feeling right now is that my allergies feel like it want to mess with me. But other than that, everything is pretty good for the most part. How's everything with y'all? How y'all doing? What y'all doing so far? Did y'all just wake up? What y'all got going on? Happy weekend. I was supposed to go to New York, but change your plans today. What happened, Caitlin? Why you ain't come to New York? Why the plans changed? If y'all ain't do so already, hit that like button for me, y'all. Hit that like button for me. Why you change your mind? What happened? I'm doing good. Feeding the dog and fixing coffee. Okay, okay. That sounds like a good way to start the morning. You know what I'm saying? That sounds like a good way to start the morning. I'm not gonna lie. I had to get out of there before the madness happened. You feel me? I was like, oh nah. Let me get out of here early because I knew if the Knicks won, which they did, you feel me, it was gonna be pandemonium. And I was like, I didn't want to be there for that. And then C Life was walking in the crowd and he doing, I'm like, yo, bro. Once yo, it's so real chat. We pulled up to the function, right? We downtown. They started taking stuff out the garbage can and throwing that shit, just throwing it. I'm like, oh nah. Once they started taking stuff out the garbage can and throwing it, that was it for me. That's all that was all, folks. You know what I'm saying? No, no. Hold on, my fault, y'all. I can barely see the chat because of the sun. What's going on? Holly, welcome in. Appreciate you pulling up to the function. Good morning. Good morning. How are you, Queen? What's going on? Happy birthday to Dixon. What's going on, Remy? Thank you for coming through, putting numbers up on a scoreboard. Appreciate you, Remy. Type a one in the chat if this is your first time here. I see a lot of new faces. Type a one in the chat if this is your first time here. Lala, what's up, Lala? How you feeling? Good morning. Good morning. Hello from Minnesota. The weather is beautiful. Yeah, the weather is beautiful out here as well. You know, I'm from New York, so it's pretty nice. Shout outs to everybody that's in the chat right now. If y'all ain't do so already, please make sure y'all hit that thumbs up. The sun I can't really see the chat because of the sun. Hold on, y'all. What's going on, Remy? How you doing? Thank you for the gift. I appreciate you. Who is this? Let me see. Let's say Metrics. Excuse me if I'm don't get mad at me if I read your name wrong. Okay, we got a little bit more shade over here. Let me see. Let me get it out the sun. Metrim. Mitri. What up, Mitri? Welcome in. Good morning. Good morning. Had to get something situated first, but I'll come another day. Okay. Well, New York is always a vibe. What happened to the Knicks? The Knicks won. The Knicks is we got two more games we gotta win. You know what I mean? So me and C Life went to Madison Square Garden last night. So I went to go link with C Life. I didn't go live, but I was live on his live stream. You know what I mean? So me and him met last night. You know what I mean? I felt like I had to leave a little early because it was about to get crazy. Like I was stating before I was reading the chat, they start mosh pitting. Hold on, did somebody else send me something? Hold on, my fault. Thank you, Lala. I appreciate you coming through, putting numbers up on a scoreboard. You know what I'm saying? Thank you so much. They started mosh pitting. They started freaking just the crowd was just too crazy for me. I'm like, oh no. You feel me? They started going in the garbage, throwing taking stuff out the garbage, throwing it in the air. And then you know me, I had good fit on. You feel me? I was not trying to go back home smelling like garbage juice. I'm like, nah, you wildin'. You feel me? So that was like pretty much my cue. I was like, let me get up out of here before the Knicks do win and it gets even crazier and I'm not gonna be able to go home. You know what I'm saying? So, but besides that, everything else was amazing. You know what I mean? Everything else was amazing. About that land life, what's going on? Nicole, what's going on, Nicole? Good morning, good morning. Hold on, all right, we got a little bit more shade now. I can read people comments. Um, Remy said this is her first time here, so Mars, y'all know the vibes. You know what I mean? If it's somebody first time here, be a good host, welcome them in. You know what I mean? Appreciate you being here, Remy. If you ain't do so already, subscribe to the channel, come through. You know what I mean? We would definitely love to have you here within the community. Um, Jerry, what's going on, Jerry? Mitri said, this is my third time. Shout outs to my man Mitri for coming through for the third time. Thank you, Mitri. Um, can I be a mod since I did a laughing disco? All right, how old are you, first of all? I don't got my other phone, so I can't check pages because usually I only give mods out to people that I've met personally, or if my mods can vouch that they know you. You know what I'm saying? Or if you come around and you know what I mean, I see your vibes and you give, good energy, then I got you. You know what I mean? But I know it seems like it's a lot of mods in here, but I don't just give out mods to just, you know, random people. It's usually because I've met them and we build some type of rapport. Um, where is the YouTube emojis? Bring them back. What YouTube emojis? What you talk about? Kaylin? What's going on? Mara, welcome in. Appreciate you pulling up to the function. Nicole said hello to Jerry. I love the outsiders. Shout outs to the outsiders. Orange and blue skies all day, every day. You know what I'm saying? Let's go Knicks. Um, how do you like the game last night? I ain't gonna lie, it was close. It was a good one. It was a good one. It was a good one. How you feeling though about it? You know what I mean? You feeling confident about our Knicks? Good morning, Stash and everyone. Curious George, what's going on? How you feeling? Curious Georgia, excuse me. I don't know why I see Curious and then George. That just automatically pops up in my mind. Um, a brown one. I don't know what you talking about. Shout outs to Candy K all day for coming through, putting numbers up on a scoreboard. What up, Candy K? Appreciate you pulling up to the function. Um, Vince just said, "Hey, what's going on, Vince? How you doing?" I know they did. Yeah, 50. That's a fact, Jerry. Um, 54 days till my birthday, July 30th. I will be 30. What you got planned for your B-Day? Shout outs to my girl Candy K for coming through, putting numbers up on a scoreboard. Appreciate you, Candy K. Thank you so much. Um, Hi, my Russian cousin. I don't even know what you're talking about, player. Um, Yo, Stash, why do I keep getting a member to your channel? So what happened is I have people that gift out memberships. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times, like if the people in my community they'll come through and they instead of doing like super chats and stuff, they'll gift like five, 10 memberships. You know what I mean? And sometimes, it go directly to your channel. YouTube usually do it randomly, so I don't know how they pick, but I don't know. Um, let me see. Let me see. I don't want to miss nobody. Nobody's chat. KC said, Remy, welcome. Thanks for pulling up to the function. Yeah, shout outs to Remy. Q baby. What up, Q baby? What's going on with you? Appreciate you pulling up to the function. Good morning. Um, by one point, they was very old. I was panicking. I was panicking, and it was so crazy, Corey, because I was refreshing my phone because I had just left the garden. I left Sea Life a little bit early last night. So when I got home, I'm just refreshing it. And I see that one point, I'm like, oh shit. But then I refreshed it and they was like, they won. I was like, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. Um, you are welcome. Thank you. 8 days till Jerry birthday. I don't know what I want to do for my birthday yet. You gotta figure it out. This your big 30. You know what I'm saying? You be on chat later on today. Most likely. I should be on live later on today. Yeah, definitely, Jeffrey. For sure, for sure. But you have so many subs, but it keep getting. I guess the chat loves you, man. That just gives you even more of a reason to continue to pull up to the function. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, Evelyn? Good morning. Welcome in. Appreciate you pulling up to the function. You know what I'm saying? We outside. We on our way to go get us some breakfast right now. I was just talking about when I first got on here about the game last night. Me and Sea Life had linked up. Me and your best peoples. New York, we had me and Sea Life linked up last night and went to Madison Square Garden. Went to go be some true New Yorkers. You know what I'm saying? I was telling the chat earlier, I said overall, what I mean, we didn't go inside the garden because of course, what I mean, one of them tickets was just too expensive. We not paying that much money for no tickets. And two, they was in San Antonio. So even though that they played in San Antonio, when you in New York and you go to the garden, even when it still feels like they in that damn stadium, even though they all the way in Texas. You feel what I'm saying? It was crazy. Overall, it was a vibe. I told the chat earlier, I said I had a good time up until they started doing like mosh pits and craziness within the crowd and taking stuff out the garbage can and throwing. I looked at Sea Life. I said, "Yo, Sea Life, bro, I'm out." This nigga Sea Life want to be walking in the fucking crowd. I guess Sea Life felt a little bit more different because he had his workout clothes on. I was looking fresh. I'm like, nah, I'm not messing up my sneakers and shirt. I'm not going home smelling like garbage juice. They literally taking everything out the garbage and just throwing it in the air. I'm like, oh nah. I had to move Sea Life out the way because he almost got hit with a bottle. I'm like, see, you wildin'. You feel me? But overall, we had a good time. Um, Jerry said, you the real deal, you the real deal, Jerry. I appreciate you. Um, let me see. Welcome to all the newbies. Thank you, thank you. I know we got some trolls in here, but let the trolls live. You feel me? The trolls is good money. Um, what's going on, Angelica? How you feeling? Welcome in. Appreciate you pulling up to the function. If y'all ain't do so already, make sure y'all hit that thumbs up for me. I mean, I would definitely appreciate it. Um, let me see. Everybody speaking. What's for breakfast? I'm about to go get me some French toast. I'm thinking about French toast, probably bacon. I don't know if I want bacon or if I want sausage. I don't know yet. Pause. Um, and then some cheese eggs. That's how I'm feeling. That's how I'm feeling this morning. Um, let me see where we at. Jarlene said, "Good morning to Evelyn. What time is it for you right now? It is 8:47 a.m. 8:47 a.m. Oh wow, I missed the live with my faves. Was out on a date last. Listen, if you was out on a date, you ain't missed nothing. You know what I'm saying? You had a time. What y'all did? What y'all did last night? Where y'all went, Evelyn? Tina, Mo, the show. What up, Tina? What's going on with you? Appreciate you pulling up to the function. Hope all is well with you, my good sis. Um, Name a car for an edit. I don't really know no cars. You got to tap in with my man Elevated Chills. That's the question. That's an Elevated Chills question. He knows about the cars. If you're not connected with my boy Elevated Chills, he probably not in here right now. But that's the guy that asks about cars. Elevated Chills. Um, let me see. What's I read that. I read that. I read that. That sounds good. Bacon and eggs. Yeah, I think I'm stuck in between the two right now. Ola Joe is in the building. What's up, Ola? Appreciate you pulling up to the function. My fault if I'm a little bit late, but late on the chat, y'all. You know what I mean? I'm walking these streets. I'm trying to make sure I don't get hit by a car. Paying so much attention to the phone. You be looking down. You know what I mean? Car be coming through. I gotta focus up. You know what I mean? But shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to my girl Tina Mo, the show, for the $10 super chat. Thank you so much, Tina. I'm gonna read what you said. If you wrote something, I'm gonna read what you said. I just don't want to miss nobody comments. And I don't got my second device. You know what I mean? So I don't want to go all the way down and miss what people are saying. But shout outs to my good sis, Tina Mo, the show, for coming through, putting big numbers up on the scoreboard. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Tina. I appreciate you. Hold on. Let me see. For me, it's 1547. 1547, what's that? 3 o'clock? I believe so. I believe 1547. That's 347. Where you at? Um, we went to see Mojo Brooks. Hilarious. What's that? What's that a show or a movie? What's that? Put these on your hot eggs you get. Ha! Shout out to Tina Bo for coming through. She said, yo, breakfast is on me today. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you, Tina Mo. Yeah, shout outs to Tina Mo, the show. Oh, she see, I almost bust my ass just now. See, I just said, I said, yo, I gotta focus up. I was like, I gotta focus up. Well, the 1 minute I don't pay attention, I wound up slipping. JD, what's going on, JD? Appreciate you pulling up to the function. I'm having coffee. Be careful. Yes, I'm gonna definitely be careful and enjoy that coffee. I'm not gonna lie. What's up, JD? Welcome in. Shout outs to my man Nico for coming through, putting numbers up on a scoreboard. Um, French toast or waffles? French toast or waffles? Cheese, eggs, and sausage. Oh, that's what you saying. I ain't gonna lie, waffles do sound. Nah, I'm gonna do French toast. I'm doing French toast. I mean, waffles might like fold me up too much, too much. Um, Shout outs to my man Nico for coming through, putting numbers up on a scoreboard. Um, W Tina, yeah. Um, it's almost 6 a.m. for me. Oh, it's almost 6, so you a couple hours behind. You like 3 hours behind me, Angelica. Comedy show. Okay, okay, okay. Nah, that's what's up. That's what's up. Did your husband figured out if he gonna get on YouTube or not, or he's still thinking about it, Evelyn? Kenya is in the building. Shout outs to JD. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you pulling up to the function. Shout outs to Kenya. Um, Bronze, what's going on, Bronze? What's going on? Alien, what up, Alien? Good morning, good morning. Yo, what is up, brother Stash? Pulling up to the function. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all pulling up to the function. Everybody speaking, everybody speaking. Welcome live. Everybody, thanks for pulling up to the function. Yeah, yeah. Shout outs to Miss Ola Joe. Congratulations, Stash, on New York Knicks back-to-back wins on the road. That's a fact. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going back downtown. If they think I'm going to the Garden when the Knicks is in there, yeah, it's not happening. I had a hard time going down there and they wasn't even in the stadium. I'm not going down there again. Um, Hello, Bronze. Everybody speaking. Good morning, everyone, including Stash. Shout outs to Nico. Um, Red Bull Princess. What's going on, Red Bull Princess? Appreciate you pulling up to the function. Good morning. Tina Mo, you want a gift card on my channel? Email me. I don't have an IG. Shout outs to Candy K. All day. Yo, Tina, you better go get your gift. You know what I'm saying? You better go get your gift, girl. Let me see. Hold on, something ain't right. And I gotta pin my girl Tina Mo. I know I ain't playing the leaderboard game right now, but she number one. You know what I'm saying? So it's only right. Queen of the chat. You know what I'm saying? We had reached our destination. What's going on, bro? Can I get French toast, cheese eggs, and sausage? Nah, let me get bacon. Let me get bacon. Can I get a iced tea now? And one to go? I mean half and half, yeah, half and half. Um yeah, to stay. Let me see where we at. Where we at? My fault, y'all. Shout outs to Kevin for coming through, putting numbers up on the scoreboard. You know what I mean? I gotta talk in my inside voice now. We in a restaurant, so I can't be too loud. Thank you. But shout outs to y'all for pulling up to the function. Miguel said, "What's up to everybody?" Shout outs to Miguel for pulling up to the function. I ain't gonna lie. This half and half be busting. Woo. Breakfast for champions. Breakfast of champions. That's the fact. We starting our day. We starting the day off right. We starting our day off right, Kenny K. Kenny K all day. Um, let me see. Let me see. Everybody speaking. Everybody speaking. So I know. I think Jerry had not Jerry. Jeffrey had asked if I'm gonna be going live later on today. I'm gonna definitely be going live later on today. Shout outs to my man Wesley for pulling up to the function. He said, "Quick hello, then I have to go. Much love, crew." Yeah, I'm not gonna be on here for too much longer, neither. Wesley, but I appreciate you pulling up to the function. Make sure you have an amazing and safe day. But yeah, y'all know I don't like eating when I'm on camera. So on that note, I'm gonna tap in with y'all later. Um, yeah, y'all be easy out there. I'm gonna talk to y'all later, chat. Deuces. What up, Trisha? I was just about to get up off this. I hate just getting off live when I see y'all talking to each other. I'm gonna give y'all a few seconds. I feel like it's rude when I just end the live. Thank you. I'll be back on a little bit later, y'all. But look, this is what we doing. How we feeling today? We eat some fresh toast, some eggs, bacon. I mean, I'm about to give me another half and half. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, shout outs. Shout outs to Tina Mo again. Thank you for, contributing to this amazing breakfast. But I'm gonna tap in with y'all later, y'all.